Well, hello, Taurus. Welcome to my table. My name is Toni, and this is the Taurus Twin Flame Tarot for Leo season. So, those of you who are returning subscribers, thank you for coming on back. I could not love you anymore, baby. And for those of you who are brand new here around this channel, again, my name is Toni. Welcome to my table. We are just going to create a sacred container, Taurus, where we welcome in and we invite our higher selves, as well as calling upon Christic consciousness to please join us at the table. We command our sovereignty in this time, dimension, place, and space, and we disinvite and disallow all beings, energies, and entities of less than Christic consciousness. And now we set our intentions by calling forth in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. We call in our angels, ancestors, guardians and guides, guardians of the four corners, mother of the earth, father of the skies, sacred ones. We call upon you and we welcome you here now. We ask you to please be present with us. Please help us to understand and to interpret these messages to the best of our knowledge as we receive them. Thank you. Okay, baby. Taurus, are you ready? Are you ready? Let's get going. As always, Taurus, this reading could be for you, or you could be the cross watcher, and Taurus could be your twin flame. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Even if it's just one sentence from this whole reading that was meant for you to hear, that's all it was meant for. That's what it was meant for. And as always, when I refer to divine feminine, divine masculine, divine means holy, feminine and masculine do not refer to one specific gender. We are all inclusive on this channel, baby. All right, Taurus, let's get it going. I'm going to start with you, and we are going to start with the Romance Angels Oracle Taurus. Here we go. Angels, ancestors, guardians, guides. Please tell me what is going on with Taurus during Leo season. Between Taurus, what are they bringing to the table with their twin flame? What kind of energy does Taurus bring to the relationship with their twin flame this Leo season? Taurus. What is the energy surrounding Taurus? Please for me. We'll be here for the next 10 years. We're reading all those cards. There we go. What do we get, Taurus? What do we get? Well, I know I saw the flip. There it is. Ching! And you got a bonus card in my lap. So, you've got healing. Oh, good. Healing of family issues and pay attention to red flags. This is very specific, maybe just for one of you, but pay attention to see which one of this is, who this is for. All right, so healing family issues and pay attention to red flags. Under healing family issues, it does say your love life benefits as you forgive your parents, and pay attention to red flags. The signs are cautioning you. And so the first thing is, obviously, Taurus, as you heal yourself, you are healing your future relationships, because anything from your childhood, anything from your parents, your relationship with your parents or your childhood that you had that you do not heal before you come into partnership, it will absolutely be played out and dealt with and healed or unhealed through your relationships. Your relationships amplify everything, all your traumas, all your triggers. It just puts a big old spotlight right on it and big old magnifying glass right on it. So you have no choice but to deal with your shit. So that's the thing. If you're not focusing on healing your family issues now, you will be in your relationship. So for those of you who are not in union, this is a very good time during this Leo season. And Leo is such a good one, with that fire energy to really reignite, your true north, to really focus on your true desires. And so what part of family issues are interfering with you following your true calling, with you actually being your most authentic self? This is the perfect time to shine that beautiful, warm Leo sun down on it and to really address it. Not be afraid to look at it. We're talking about that magnifying glass. Take that Leo sun and shine that magnifying glass right on it and burn those family issues away if you got it. Sometimes you just got to burn the whole forest down, clear out the undergrowth, and let it regrow even more healthy, okay? The other thing is, it says pay attention to the red flags. This is very specific for some of you. It may even, there we go, it may even have to do within your own families, but there is some type of red flags that you are maybe not addressing. Now, I want to say, because it says, you know, healing family issues and pay attention to red flags. What red flags do you have for yourself? Here's the thing. You may have had issues that you are just, I mean, family trauma and issues that is unresolved and unhealed within yourself, that your spirit and your body has been trying to catch your attention. For instance, if you have chronic illness or pain or disease, all of that is caused from unresolved energy. It's 100%. I mean, if you can only understand how much toxins and energy, if you understood that our thoughts and our words are vibrations, okay? Like I could literally take my words right now and put them on the however that thing is called, and you would see the vibrations of my words, right? So you can admit my words are energy. Well, so are your thoughts. Your thoughts are energy, okay? And if you do not go in there and heal any energy, words, thoughts, emotions that you have felt, and you don't release it, bless it, and surrender to it, release it and bless it, and let it go, that is just, that energy builds up in your body. And that body, negative, toxic energy, turns into disease, illness, pain. And so your body, if it's giving you a lot of illness, and you know, I've been hearing a lot from the light workers, from the healers, in the last month or so, that there's been a lot of us, myself included, I have been quite sick the past month or so, and this just seems to be like a thing that's going around. It's like we're all kind of just being forced to look at what we have not healed, and our body is kind of forcing it. It's like, no, if you haven't done the work, you're going to. So that's what's happening here, is that your body is kind of forcing you to look at what unaddressed family healing issues have you yet to deal with. It's time to, Taurus, it is time. It's time to look at them square in the eye and quit running from them, okay? Stand your ground, be that stubborn bull that I know you can be, and deal with it, all right? So, as you heal yourself and your family issues, you will heal your relationships, okay? So, let's see what's happening with your twin flame. We're going to look at the Red Hot Love Oracle. Angels, ancestors, guardians, guides, messages, please. What is going on with Taurus's twin flame during Leo season? What is the energy surrounding Taurus's twin flame this Leo season? Ooh, we're just going to take that first one that landed here. We've got breakthrough. Look at that. I always like this card in this deck for this reason. Breakthrough, you know, very often we think of that as kind of Ace of Swords, you know, clarity and breakthrough. You see how this card is a picture of a road at night, and all we see are those headlights coming and going, and the headlights and the brake lights moving. We don't see the cars moving, but they're traveling through the dark, and all that's guiding them is these lights, right? And that's what a breakthrough is that you're traveling through the dark, you're looking for the light, for the sign to get you from one place to the next, and a breakthrough comes when that light comes on and you have a clear path forward, okay? And so it feels like as you know, because as twins, what you do, you are doing on behalf of your twin, and what they do, what work they do on themselves, they do on behalf of you. And so it feels like you are finally like paying attention to your body, acknowledging your body's trying to get you to say, hey, there is unresolved and unhealed trauma and issues that we need to deal with. And as you do, you heal this, that healing leads to breakthroughs for your twin. Your twin is going to gain greater clarity, greater insight, and maybe even gain knowledge of the path. They're going to be able to get through these fence that's been holding them back and break through it and finally get on the path towards the light, towards the direction they need to be moving towards, okay? So then let's look at what's going on with the two of you as a couple. Let's look at the Souls on Fire Tarot. Angels, ancestors, guardians, guides. What is the core issue coming between Taurus and their twin flame during Leo season? What is the shadow that is between Taurus and their twin flame this Leo season? Getting stuck there. Let's give it one more shuffle. What is the core issue between Taurus and their twin flame? Please, Spirit. What is the Core issue, Page of Pentacles. That's very interesting, you know, when we talk about that breakthrough and about healing family issues, being able to, as you heal family issues, your relationships are impacted and improved. This is about finding that new path forward that is the most beneficial. What is the best path for my highest and best good? What is the path for my highest and best good? That's what this is. So both of you have to establish your own path. This is not about, it does not feel like you're moving towards each other right now. You're on your own separate paths and you're trying to find your path to solve your problems right now. And so that's what this is. What is the thing that is valuable? Okay. When we talk about the Page of Pentacles, you know, pay attention to red flags, the healing family issues, looking at your family, and you look at your family values, okay? Do you align with your family values? And does your family align with your values? This is where the healing needs to occur, okay? This is the core issue that needs to be addressed. Where are your issues, family issues, lining up with your values and your values lining up with your family's issues, okay? And are they or are they not? That's what it is. It's about finding a new path towards healing. And a lot of times, so many of us do not understand our physical body can be healed when we can find a new path towards healing our emotional and family issues, okay? And traumas and things like that. So what will help Taurus? What will help Taurus this Leo season heal these family issues? Nine of Cups. You know, this is self-awareness, okay? And really focusing on your needs and putting yourself first. This is not being selfish. Okay, well, let me say this. This is not being self-centered. This is being selfish. Selfish gets a really bad rep because people think when they say selfish, what they mean to say is self-centered or self-focused. Selfish just means that you are being guided by and connected to and following your higher self, your intuition. That's all it is. You are being spirit guided and spirit led. You are co-creating. That is all selfishness is. Self-centeredness is what most people are thinking about, what they mean to say when they say selfish. So be a little selfish this month, Taurus. Get to know yourself on a deeper level. What would your higher self do? In other words, be more self-aware. So as you know, it's really interesting, but as you're feeling pains, as sickness comes on, what are you dealing with right then? Even if it has nothing to do with your family issues, could what you're dealing with be something that's triggering you from your family issues? Like one day not too long ago, I had an argument with somebody, and it was the dumbest, literally dumbest argument. We had an argument over a mirror, what size it should be. It was stupid. It was so unnecessary, completely unnecessary. But why did we have this argument? Because I got triggered, and that trigger had nothing to do with the argument. It really was old childhood wounding, just out of nowhere. I mean, it caught me off guard. It really did. I didn't see that reaction coming. It just was like, I was fine, and the next minute I was, 100% triggered. And I was like, later, not too long, really. I'm much better at catching myself and calming myself and reacting and be like, whoa, what are you doing? So now I'm quicker, but it was surprising to me how unhealed trauma can just, even people who thought that they had healed, even people who've done, I've been spending the past 2.5 years, almost 3 years in nonstop therapy and working on myself. And even I was just like, what the world behavior was this? You know, it happens. Okay. And so that's what this is you being self-aware, becoming aware of, I wasn't mad over the mirror. I was triggered over somebody's comment that had nothing to do with the mirror and really had nothing to do with what I thought it had to do with. It was just bringing up some old childhood wounds that I literally had not dealt with, and I needed to. And that was there was the mirror, literally. Ironically, we were arguing about a mirror because that mirror was right in front of my face going, dude, this is not about the mirror. This is about your childhood. You got to deal with this. So that's what this is. It's becoming self-aware and really starting to understand what the hell is this trigger about? Is it about what we're dealing with, or is this something else? Is this perhaps maybe unhealed family issues? This is what these red flags are trying to tell you, okay? Last card for you, Taurus. What will help Taurus and their twin flame move from the shadow towards the light? What will help Taurus and their twin flame move out of this core issue? Balance. You know, the thing about the Two of Pentacles is so many times you hear people talk about balance, juggling their feelings, but what I really feel like is this means this is the balance of passion and emotion. So in other words, passion, when I was triggered about something that had nothing to do with the mirror, but suddenly I'm triggered. Now I'm feeling passion. When that trigger happens, it's about being self-aware in that moment. And this is not easy. This is one of the most challenging things anybody can go through, because we don't always, first of all, you almost never see your trigger coming. It's just like you're fine, and then all of a sudden something happens and you are fully damn triggered, and you're like in any other given moment, you'd be like, what am I doing? But in that moment, it's so base, so primal, and it just happens, okay? This is about you being self-aware. And so when that passion comes up, that trigger, you being able to balance your emotions, being able to ride that wave, not rock the boat, not be triggered, not react, not start a verbal assault on somebody who really did not intend for that. That was not what they meant. That is not what they said, and you misunderstood them. Okay, so that's what this is. The thing that's going to help you and your twin is the learning to identify those triggers, and then the learning of, okay, if these are my triggers, then how can I balance this passion with my emotions? How can I actually react and respond the way I would prefer to, and not react as somebody who has no common sense? Okay, so this is just a new awareness. That's what this is gaining a new awareness, a new self-awareness, and learning how to balance those feelings. And so the more that you will not only be more self-aware, but really pay attention to your physical body this month, Taurus. What is your body when something happens, when you feel ill? What are you thinking? What are you doing? How can you ask yourself? I mean, literally talk to yourself. Does this have anything to do with childhood trauma? Is this reaction I'm having right now some unhealed trauma or family issue that I did not even know I had, that I need to deal with? And then literally ask yourself, use your intuition. And in fact, the best thing you can do is get a journal and write all this down. Ask yourself, what does this have to do with? And then write it down. You might be surprised. You might be surprised. You could have been when you were 3 years old, your dad told you could have a candy bar, and then when it came time to have a candy bar, he insisted that you take that candy bar and split it with your brothers. But he promised you that was your candy bar. And as a 3-year-old, you do not understand why you're being punished, because you didn't do anything wrong. It's like, wait, what do you mean? This is my trauma. Because the person who promised you something broke the promise, and that kind of taught you not to trust people. That broke your trust. Okay, so this is something that lack of trusting parental figures, lack of trusting people in supervision, lack of of abandonment of feelings and neglect of feelings. These are all things that can happen to little people who don't understand big feelings, and those big feelings, if they're not dealt with, will be dealt with. And that's what we're trying to ask you to do. How is your body trying to tell you that you have healing? All right, Taurus. I love this reading. This was a very cool reading, and I hope you did too. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Please like, share, subscribe. I think somebody's at my door, so that's my cue to go. I will see y'all next month in Virgo season. Love you, Taurus.